Hello, everybody. This is Alan Fine. I'm here in beautiful Quito, Ecuador. This is María Belén Pacheco, who's the marketing director for Quito Tourism, and this is Insider Travel Report.
Thank you very much for coming to Quito.
Oh, it was my pleasure. First of all, let's talk about what's right behind us.
So we have the Virgin of Quito, which is one of the most important icons that we have in Quito. So if you see the Virgin, you know that you are in Quito.
But also, I know that you could tell she faces north. You could figure out where you are because of north, south, east, west.
Yes, and the most of the inhabitants in Quito says that the Virgin is only for the north and the south is behind them. So it is very, very funny. But as I have told you, the Virgin is very important and one of the most important icons that we have. And also it is a specific and a place that you have to visit.
And I'll tell you, let's just talk about our host for a moment. We're at the Art Hotels right now. This is the rooftop bar, as you can see, and we will show you. There's views all around us of Quito. It has a beautiful area for dining downstairs, and it's just full of artwork. It's a really lovely hotel. It just shows that Quito has good facilities.
Yes, of course. We have the facilities from all kinds of budgets. For example, in Quito, you will find hotels from important hotel chains around the world. For example, Marriott, we have Sheraton, also we have NH Collection too. But also we have this new trend in the world that is the boutique hotels. And something that very special that happens in Quito is that the boutique hotels has an important stories and history, because the most of them are built over whole houses that was very important in a specific epoch of our city.
So now let's talk about what makes Quito different from the other destinations.
I could say that Quito is the city of the middle of the world. Also, Ecuador is the country of the middle of the world, because us is the name of our country. And also Quito means land of the middle of the world. If we are in the middle of the world, we have different options and advantages that we are around of this concept, because we have a lot of biodiversity in nature. We have 4 regions in our in just one only country, and it's like a mix between cultural products and offer and natural offer too.
Right.
Inside of Quito, we have the cloud forest. It is the most important ecosystem that we have. And something important is that this area of the cloud forest was nominated by the UNESCO as the new biosphere reserve last August. So we have 1 year of being the new biosphere reserve of the world, because just this part of the Andean Choco concentrates the 83% of the biodiversity of the whole Andean Choco that is located from Colombia, from Ecuador, and also to Peru. But the reserve is located in Quito, because of the biodiversity and the importance for the ecosystem.
Well, speaking of UNESCO, wasn't it this is the first site in 1978, correct?
Quito has 2 heritage sites of the world. We have Quito as the cultural heritage site, and also we have the Andean Choco, which is the natural reserve.
One of the reasons I'm here, how important is the U.S. market?
U.S. market is the most important market that we have. Is one of the first one priority market that we have as Quito, 21% of the total that we receive, and also it is a market that every year is growing up. So maybe 1 or 2%, depends of the conditions of the world. But in the case of the U.S. market is the first one, is the most important.
So it's growing even without your effort, and now you're really working toward it.
Yes, of course. So for this reason, the most of our strategies and our things and promotional actions are focused in the U.S. market, because we know that people from USA look for the things and the offers that we have. So that is the reason that for this reason, I could say that US is the most important market.
So what are you doing to promote it? What kind of activities?
So as tourism board of the Quito, we have different strategies for promoting the destination in different markets. In the case of USA, we are doing strategies for media, for trade, for people from tourist agencies and wholesalers or something like that, because they are all very important partners, and also for the final consumers. Also, we are planning a visit to New York and to Chicago, because we want to do a specific events in order to present the destination to the tour operators and to the media. So we are going to have a specific information about our destination. We are going to sell the 10 reasons that you have known in order to visit to Quito, and also we are going to have a show of the chocolate, because we want to promote the chocolate as the best of the world. The people knows that Ecuador has the best cacao of the world, so the best chocolate is produced by Quito. It's all the factories that produce chocolates are located in Quito. So we are going to promote that in that events. So we will be visiting USA next September 30 and October 1st, October 2nd too. We are going to be in New York and also in Chicago, and then we are going to go to Canada, because also Canada is important for us too.
And part of that strategy is I'm here.
Yes.
And I'm getting to see it myself. And I'm thinking about that this is the bucket list that people don't really know they have yet. As soon as they hear about it, they will want to come to the middle of the world and stand at the middle of the world, which I'm going to get to do tomorrow. And we'll talk about that in a moment. So I'm here, and let's talk about the places I've been visiting, and let's show them. So the first thing I did was I went to this gorgeous spa where I just started to cry. It was so beautiful. Let's talk about it.
Yes, of course. As you told us, a strategy, or like a press trip or something, this kind of invitation to the press is one of the strategies that we have to promote the destination to the final consumer. And the idea is that you feel the specific thing and the specific experiences that you are going to have.
Well, not just the press. You're going to have fam trips. I mean, we're talking to 93,000 travel advisors. The fam trips are very important to them.
Yes, of course, because as I told you before, the trip advisors, the wholesalers, the tour operators are very important
They're all welcome
because they are our
to try the chocolate.
strategic partners. Yes, of course. So we are going to program. We are going to have a specific plan for promote a mega fan trip that is going to be next November. Also, in order that you invite people, the people that are selling now to the consumer, to feel and experience Quito, because it's the only way that you can promote the destination. It is just only if you feel and if you experience the destination and discover the destination.
Right.
So that is the idea.
So the spa.
Yes.
So what's the story, the history?
The name of the spa is Termas Papallacta. It's located to the gateway to the Amazonia. Is the gateway to the Amazonia.
Wait, I do have to interrupt and say that we drove up a mountain. We're in the Andes Mountains and hit a snowstorm, and then ended up in a tropical rainforest. Okay.
Yes, of course. So the idea is that, and you have feel different places that we have included in the programs that Quito has, because our mission is that to show you just a little part of all the total offer that Quito has. So Papallacta is one of the most important spa, and also it's very, very exclusive spa, because you are gonna have a very good facilities and very good service, and also a very good landscapes and nature that you have around the total spa.
And the restaurant was good. The food was good, and then the facilities were terrific.
Yes, okay. It's a place that we can recommend it, and also it's an experience that you have to do when you are in Quito.
Mm-hmm.
Another places or another products that it's important that people notice. For example, we have the Pacari Chocolate experience. As I told you, the chocolate is one of the most important products that we have to promote. So Pacari is a experience house where you can know everything about how the chocolate is made.
And I tasted, it was like going to an ice cream parlor and tasting every flavor. I got to taste chocolates mixed with unbelievable fruits and herbs.
Yes. That is also Pacari is located in La Floresta. La Floresta is a very modern and hipster neighborhood in our city. Inside of La Floresta, you are gonna find a very options of galleries and art, and specific places where you can feel this organic way to live. So it's something important. And also with your inside of La Floresta, you are going to have a very big variety of restaurants, of international and national food. So it is a very, very important neighborhood inside over in the modern zone of Quito.
So the chocolate was great, but then I had to leave room because we were going to a restaurant.
Yes, because Achote, for example, is one of the restaurants that we have in the La Mariscal zone. The La Mariscal is one of the funny zone, the raw zone that we have in Quito, where you can find different bars, different discotheques if you want to be to experience the nightlife or the city. So Achote is a very good option because it also has local offer of dishes and menu that try to give you the experience, the gastronomy experience that we have. And we can talk about the La Compañía de Jesús. I could say that is the colonial jewel of our city. It's our jewel. I am very proud of the La Compañía. Is the church that made in gold. So it is one of
every single surface was gold, and I heard it was 125 pounds of gold.
Yes, of course. Yes, we promote the La Compañía as the gold church because you are gonna find a very important show of art and also history because the La Compañía keeps the more than 100 years of history of our country and our city, in specific the colonial epoch and the Republican epoch. That means a lot to our development too. So La Compañía is a place that you have to visit. It's something that you can miss.
Yes, I agree.
The Plaza Grande and the historical center, we are going to enter to the old town. So Plaza Grande is a important architectonical complex where you can find the specific powers that we have in Quito. So we have the government, right. We have the mayor, and also we have the church power. So it's important, and it is an icon too because it concentrates to the inhabitants of our city. Something important that happens in the old town is nowadays the old town is live.
I walked up a very steep hill and saw the church that was designed after Notre Dame. Talk a little bit about that.
Basilica, yes, it is La Basilica. It is a Gothic show that we have in Quito. It is the only Gothic style of church that we have.
You put your own stamp on it. You took the Gothic, yes, and you added instead of the French gargoyles, the gargoyles are very Ecuadorian.
Yes, the gargoyles are the animals from the Galapagos Islands. So that is something important in order that we want to stamp our nature, our brand, I could say. So the gargoyles, yes, are the animals of the Galapagos Islands.
So I then had the privilege of going with a chef Edwin, yeah, who's a rock star. Yeah. Everyone knows him, and we went where?
You are in Alta Mira restaurant where you are going to have the experience of cooking your lunch.
Yes.
So it's one of another experience that we have in Quito because this experience tries to connect two important things that we have: the traditional markets and also the experience of cooking your typical food. So, for example, the Central Market is one of the traditional market that we have in Quito. Is located in the center of the city. It is something special that we are doing for the tourists because we want that they live as a local. So maybe you can meet the people that are selling inside of the market.
The shark we were eating, along with the avocado that I learned how to slice in a way that I could fan it out in a circle and put the plantains that I fried, stick them in and have them pointing out. I learned techniques.
Yes, and LaRhonda
Old Street.
Yes, it's an Old Street. Is the neighborhood, is the heart of the historical center, because it is located in the heart of the old town, and also because it is one of the most important neighborhoods that we have for preserve the history, and specific the history of the music in Quito, and the history of the handcrafts.
The traditions. For example, I met a toy maker.
Yes.
I met a woman who crafts in metals.
Yes.
I met a hat maker.
Yes.
And a honey company that specializes in preserving bees and making honey.
Yes, of course. In this area, it is also a project that we have as destination in order to preserve this kind of labors. It is a very good place for shopping, a very traditional artisan.
And let's talk about this. When the American tourist comes here, it's all U.S. money.
Yes.
Very easy, no conversion.
No, because currency of Ecuador is the dollar. Mm-hmm. So in this part of Ecuador, you don't have to have any conversion or something like that. It's very
really
easy
nice,
to make business. Quito is the gateway to the Ecuador, so you are gonna be in the entrance to the Otavalo handicraft market.
Mm-hmm.
It is the most traditional, it's the most popular of the world and in the country. So you are gonna find inside of this market the contact with our craftsmen. So you are gonna can maybe buy some souvenir for your family, for your friends too. And also it is located in one of the most beautiful provinces that Ecuador has, that is Imbabura province. You are gonna have the opportunity to experience and very luxury experience in La Mirage Hacienda, where you can find a very good spa and also very good food. So the idea of these kind of activities, as I told you, that belongs to our strategy, is try to give you all the experiences that Quito has, and also that Ecuador has, because it is a little shop of our country. Ecuador has a lot of things to do, and Quito is the gateway to do that.
Gateway to all the things to do.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes. The Teleferico is one of the another tourist attraction important for our city. So it is the opportunity to be in the volcano in just like 15 minutes from the center of Quito. So it is a very good option in order to have very beautiful view, and also to be in contact with the volcano that is all
Yes.
the Pinchinchas volcano that covers to our city. So you are gonna be to more than 4,000 meters of altitude, but you are gonna experience these kind of things because it is a very amazing place too. Mm-hmm. And also you can miss the middle of the world. As I told you before, Quito is the city of the center of the world. So you are gonna be in this icon place to have the food.
Yes.
One foot in the north hemisphere,
and one
and
foot
also in the south.
That's one of the bucket list trip things I didn't know I wanted to do.
And also you have to take the picture because it's very famous. This kind of this picture, you are gonna experience the energy of or being in the middle of the world. You are gonna do different experiments in order to prove you that you are in the center of the world.
Oh, physical experiments.
Yes, that are physical. So it is the intention.
Gravity, things like that.
And also you have an experience with the beer. Something important is that Quito is the first place where the beer was made
Beer was first made in Quito?
Yes. It was made by the Franciscans religious order. So for this reason, you are going to have also an experience around the craft beer, because nowadays is one of the trends that we have in the world too.
Sure.
Beers with traditional flavors and with fruital flavors.
Right, of course. Since this is so much biodiversity, it should be in the beer.
Yes, or maybe you can taste the chocolate beer. So
I'm going to have to taste chocolate beer.
Yes. So as you can see, you have a lot of things to do, a lot of attractions, and very specific and important tourist places that we have in Quito.
Let's wrap this up by, we have now over 93,000 travel advisors who are advising tourists where to go. What should they do to become more familiar with Quito? You have a big fam trip they should prepare. They should leave their calendar open. When is it?
Yes, we want to have a big mega farm, like it's gonna be next November. It's because it's part of our strategy in order that you, as advisor or as a travel agent, experience the city, because it is the way that you can advise about our destination, about our offer and our facilities. And specific is the way that you know what are the 10 reasons in order that you can see and sell Quito. So it is one of the strategies that we have. We are doing some different campaigns also with two operators, like a co-op marketing. We have a lot of good relationship with operators in USA, in Canada also. So it's one of the way that we are trying to promote the destination.
How can they get involved? Should they go to the 10 reasons? Is that on the website?
We are preparing
that now.
Yes, we are preparing that because it is a big campaign that we are going to launch.
So you're hearing it here first.
Next September, when we are in the roadshow. So it is the big campaign.
We're way ahead now.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And
Of course. In this website, you have a section for the English speakers. So it is you will find all the information in 4 words: meet, discover, live, and explore Quito. So inside of the website, you're gonna find all the information that I have told you. The information in the Alta, in the things that you are gonna find in the cloud forest part, in the volcanoes area. So inside of the website, you will find all the information. And also, you have our contacts. Don't hesitate that the Tourism Board of Quito is gonna help you in everything that you need. For me, it will be a big pleasure, and also for our team too.
So thank you for meeting and allowing me to discover. And what was the third one? Meet, discover.
Meet, discover, explore.
So then you let me explore and you let me live here for a while. And so thanks again.
And thank you for give us the opportunity to promote our destination to all your public. So that is important for us. And welcome to Quito. Welcome to middle of the world, the city that has a lot of things to do, and also the city that invites you to experience the energy of the center of the world.
This is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.